Hey, what's up, guys? rayBar here with another market update. Before I get into my kind of market update and my portfolio update, please go ahead and smash that like button, comment down below what stocks you're buying, and please subscribe if you haven't already. So if you see here, the portfolio is up about 1% today, $118 for the week. I'm up about another 2% essentially, $170. I made a couple options plays this week. I ended up losing on one. I sold a call credit spread on the S&P 500 index SPY for about $8 credit, but I ended up having to buy it back at a $26 loss, or $26. So I think it is like, what, a $17 loss, something like that. Anyways, what I want to talk about mainly, the reason why I believe the market is up today, if you look, the federal funds rate is, the Fed is kind of increasing rates for the last couple of Fed meetings. They have a meeting on June 14th, excuse me. And there was about a 50 to 60% chance that they're going to raise rates another 25 basis points. But in the recent headlines, they ended up, it looks like they're going to not raise rates in June and then kind of assess to see what's going to happen in July, which will be July 26th. Going into the portfolio, I sold a covered call on Plug Power. I got an $11 credit on it. It's about $2. Looks like it'll probably end up expiring worthless. We're about 22 cents away from the $9 strike, but I don't think that we're going to end up hitting that milestone today. Still have my covered call open on GROY. That will expire kind of middle of this month. And then I have this 3 options play on American Airlines. Ended up kind of spiking today to about $40. Was going to exit, but I figured I'm going to hang on to this because I still have about a month for this to play out. Ended up getting out of my Ethereum play here just because I was up a little bit of money and ended up rolling that into Bitcoin. Again, the market is up because I feel like they're not going to increase the federal funds rate June 14th. But if you look at how inflation is kind of playing here, the federal funds target, or the federal fund inflation target, is around 2.25 still. So we're a far way away from that actual target. So in my opinion, I think the Fed will continue to either raise rates or keep them where they're at for the foreseeable future. Inflation continues to be sticky. You're seeing it across the board. I think, you're seeing kind of retailers like Lululemon and Nordstrom's not do too bad on their earnings reports and their sales projections. And I think the reason why they're doing that is if you look at who shops at those stores, it's typically going to be your high-end buyers. And so they're not going to be struggling as much as, some of the other folks that are shopping at, say, a, Walmart or even Target per se, right? And I think that one of the big things where inflation is still staying very strong is in food, right? You're seeing it in your food, you're seeing it in your grocery. People are starting to cut back, and then they're doing a lot of alternatives. So I think, my recommendation would be is even though you're seeing everyone kind of saying that inflation is coming down, I think that's more headline inflation, not so much what the Fed is actually looking at in terms of what determines whether they're going to be raising or cutting rates. Again, my portfolio has been pretty high this week, so I'm happy about that. Continue to kind of buy in. So I'm going to go into kind of the this week's kind of action. So for the most part, let's see, right here. So I ended up selling the $11 call, covered call, on Plug Power for $11 credit. Here was that SPY call credit spread that I mentioned. I got an $8 credit. Ended up exiting my position in Republic First Bank. I had almost about a double up here. I did have a double up at one point, but I held on to it a little bit too long. But I wanted to go ahead and exit the position. Ended up doubling up my money from about $74 to $130. Bought a little bit more Kenvue. Continued reoccurring buys. Got a 71-cent interest payment on the cash balance, which I usually have, about $400 to $700 at any point in time in my cash account here at Robinhood. There's that $26 buyback from that call credit spread. So that's, $8 credit, $26 buyback, $18 loss. But you don't win them all. But typically, I don't kind of risk it on these. But I figured the market was going to go down because of the debt ceiling talks. But with the combo of the debt increase limit in the House, and the potential that the Federal Reserve does not increase interest rates. Markets ended up booming to the upside, and I think that's why I ended up losing on this one. Got a 14-cent dividend from Intel, 10-cent dividend from Visa, and 30-cent dividend from AFL or AFLAC. More reoccurring buys. Ended up buying a little bit more SPHD, and I got a couple pending dividends here and a couple pending buys. Overall, the portfolio is doing pretty good. When I started out, I was around $7,500. Here we are at about $9,354, which is pretty good. I'd usually do a weekly injection of about $100. And what I do with that, like I said, I do my reoccurring buys. For most people, I think, honestly, buying VOO would be good enough. This kind of tracks the S&P 500 index. And, if you look over 5 years, it's like 58%, which is like awesome. 1 year, about 5%. On average, you're going to probably expect around 7 to 9% gains on the S&P 500 in the long run. So this has kind of been one of my good positions. I kind of reduced my recurring buy down to $6. But overall, I'm going to continue to buy this, and my goal is to build about 100 shares in this account. How long will that take me? Not 100% sure. I got about $4,000. 100 shares would be around, $40,000. So we got a little ways to go, about 10% of the way there. But I think this is going to be one that you can definitely buy into the future. If you look, pretty much all your mainstay high name stocks that are always in the headlines are here in their top 10% or top 10 holdings. And yeah, I've been buying this for a while now, I would say. Look at this. I got months and months of history. I started out buying only a couple bucks a day, and then, like I said, I've been ramping it up over time. Overall, like I said, the whole purpose of this YouTube channel is to map out building out a portfolio from scratch, right? I know I started around $7,500, but overall, that is a lot less than most people will start out with here on YouTube, where they're going to come out the gate with their $500,000 portfolio or their $1 million portfolio. The thing that people don't realize is that, get rich quick is a fast way to lose money. The biggest thing that a lot of people don't realize about stock market investing is, capital, not only capital appreciation, but reserving those gains, right? Maintaining those gains and not having loss, which is risk management is so key when you're buying stocks in the stock market. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. Looks like one of my options might get assigned to my other account. And if they do, I'm probably going to move over some capital here so I can do my cash secured put video. If you're still here at this point in the video, comment Apple. Thank you very much. Bye.